Good afternoon, guys. Finally, a update on my '86 Cutlass Supreme Christina. It is a beautiful day in North Carolina, about 70 degrees, and as you can see here, she is still here. I have not sold her. I have not trashed her. I have not taken her to a junkyard somewhere or any of that stuff like that. But here's an update. As you can see, still got my beautiful clean 350 in there. Interior hasn't changed any. Still not bad for an original. Still got my factory wheels. And an update. I am still waiting. Well, not necessarily waiting. I am still trying to find me a job so that I can continue my progress on Christina here. So as I speak in this update, there hasn't been any change in the car whatsoever. Once I get me a job, I will continue the progress on this car, and I will get my transmission fixed that I messed up. I want to get some new wheels and tires. It's definitely time for a paint job. I want to do upgrades to my engine. I want to do a little bit of interior work, and I want to get a new exhaust system. I also want to get disc brakes in the back. Now, with all these updates, I can give you some people to recommend because I do a lot of research when it comes to doing any particular thing to this car. I want to take this engine and put a top end kit on it, new camshaft from the camshaft up per se, aluminum heads, intake, Holley carburetor, headers, all that good stuff. There's somebody out there, I can't think of the name. I will post if you want me to. Just send me a message in the description if you want me to send you all the links to these people that I'm talking about. But there's a guy that does a retro roller kit for Chevrolet 350s, and it's not too badly priced. It's about $19.50, and it comes with everything. And when I say everything, I mean everything from the camshaft, the tongue roller, intake, heads, rocker rollers, head bolts, gaskets. He even poured and polished and CNC the heads for you for buying his stuff. And for about $19.50 you can get that, and that's what I'm planning on getting for my engine part. And that'll free up some horsepower and should give me probably roughly 375, 400. That's what I'm shooting for with that. There's a company out there that doesn't per se make big disc brakes for the front on G-bodies quite yet, but they're in the process of making them, and they said they should be out next year sometime. But they do make disc brakes, and of course I love Wood Willie and Bear and all of those big name disc and rear brake companies out there, but I like to get my bang for my buck, and I'm on a budget when it comes to fixing this car up for now until I decide to restore it later on in the future. And the company I'm talking about, they make disc brakes, and you get everything from brake cable lines, brake hoses, you get drilled and slotted uh, brakes. They give you pads, everything you need to convert your 8.5 10 bolt into a disc brake 10 bolt rear end. And it's like 560 for the whole kit. And it looks nice. You can get painted calipers on top of that. So I want to get that for the rear of my car. And I'll put the name of their link in the description. My exhaust, I have gotten a lot of compliments on my exhaust just from my car sitting here in the yard. Particularly because people have came in the yard and asked me if I'm selling the car, which I'm not. And they just like the big old tips in the back. Me per se, this was a mock-up exhaust when my dad first got the car and we first put the engine in the car. So it's seeping a lot of air through it, and it's horrible, needless to say. There's a company out there. Now I do know this company because I have talked to the man a lot, but I cannot remember his name to save my life. But there's a company out there called Torque Tech Exhaust, which is based out of Georgia, and they sell exhaust systems for G-bodies. Exhaust manifolds back, headers back, H or X pipe. They sell the mufflers and everything you need to do to install the exhaust right here in your yard if you wanted to. And their kits run about roughly $445. So probably with tax to have it shipped to you, probably be paying about $500 and stuff. So that company, they're good people. They got exhaust tips and stuff. I want to do my next exhaust system that I put on this car will be out to the side like the SS's do. And I'm still trying to debate, do I want to go 2.5 or do I want to go 3? There's a lot of people out here that are putting 3-inch SS behind the wheel exhaust systems on their G bodies and stuff. If I do that, I will have it behind the wheel, but I'll have straight cut stainless steel tips out the side if I do that. Now, as for wheels and tires, I'm not, like I said in my previous videos, I'm not the 22, 24, 26 type of guy. I'm old school. I like to sit low and go fast. So the wheels that I'm looking at are Coy's wheels. I like Coy's, so I'm thinking about getting Coy's, and I think that if I do get those, the highest I'll go is 20-inch. I'll do 20 by 10s in the back and probably 18 by 8s in the front and be done with it. But if I do the 18 by 8s in the front, I am going to do a 3-inch drop in the front. And most people probably ask me, well, how do you get 3 inches in the front of a G-body? You take a 2-inch drop spindle plus a 1-inch drop spring, and you got your 3-inch drop right there. So that's pretty much it for the updates on Christina. I'm sorry I didn't have a launch video or a burnout video or something to that nature, but hopefully this year, I'm praying that this year I can have me a job this year that pays me good enough money that I can do all the also want 2 more things. My transmission, like I said, I want to get it fixed when I get some money and stuff like that. I'm still debating whether I want to take it back to the person that had them fix it, which I probably will, or do I want to have this transmission taken to a company in New York called CK Performance. I heard a lot of good things about CK, that he builds some really top-notch 200 transmissions that can take abuse, and that's what I need, because I can abuse a transmission in a heartbeat. I think I get that from my father. So if money comes my way and it's good money, then most likely I will have that transmission taken to those guys up there. So check out CK Performance if you're looking for 204 transmissions, 700 for. They build all of them, but we know that G body, uh, the 204Rs are better than the 700 stock wise, but when it comes to performance, if a 204 isn't built correctly, then it can give out. And I think the person who built mine didn't do too much of a good job with it. I figured it would hold up a lot more better than that. Also, there's another company out there, a guy called Brian Kildoff, and he builds Kildoff lightning rods. And this is not a Hurst O's Cutlass, and I don't want it to be, but for my shifting applications that I do on my car and the way that I shift, the lightning rods will come in very handy for me. So check his company out too. I think it's Brian Kildoff Lightning Rods, or look him up on YouTube. He has a lot of YouTube videos also. So that's pretty much it. Upgrades that I want to my car. So thank you for watching and stay tuned for more videos.